prophecy of the prophet's portion. The Bible foreshadows the prophecy of the end times prophets with two prophets' accounts testifying of the foreshadow of prophets in the end given authority to prophesy to the king. First account is with prophet Daniel. Daniel was brought to authority to prophesy to the king of Babylon. We see this in the book of Daniel chapter 2, verse 47 and 48. It says, "The king answered unto Daniel and said, Of a truth it is that your God is a God of gods, and a Lord of kings, and a revealer of secrets, seeing thou couldest reveal this secret. Then the king made Daniel a great man, and gave him many great gifts, and made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon, and chief of the governors over all the wise men of Babylon." The second is the prophet Joseph in Egypt. Joseph was brought to authority to prophesy to the Pharaoh of Egypt. Genesis chapter 41, verse 41 through 43. "And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, See, I have set thee over all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh took off his ring from his hand, and put it upon Joseph's hand, and arrayed him in vestures of fine linen, and put a gold chain about his neck. And he made him ride in the second chariot which he had, and they cried before him, Bow the knee, and he made him ruler over all the land of Egypt." These accounts of the two prophets are given dominion by the king of Babylon and the Pharaoh, which is a prophetic foreshadow of the end times to prophets, spiritual Babylon and spiritual Egypt, prophesying to the king of Egypt and the king of Babylon. And here is the prophecy foreshadowed in the end times. The two prophets will be prophesying to the spiritual Pharaoh and to the king of Babylon, the prophetic spiritual king of Babylon, in Jerusalem for the 1260 days. Revelation chapter 11, verse 3. "And I will give power unto my two witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth." Jerusalem is ruled by the Antichrist at this period, by the prophetic king of Babylon, and the false prophet, likened unto the spiritual Pharaoh. And we see that in Revelation chapter 18, verse 10, about Jerusalem being mystery Babylon. It says, "Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come." And that great city Babylon, that great city, is spiritual Egypt. That great city, which is spiritually called Egypt. Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt." So we see the likeness of both these cities, that great city Babylon, and that city, that great city, spiritual Egypt, where our Lord was crucified. And the Lord is crucified in Jerusalem. And this is how the prophetic fulfillment of the two prophets who prophesied to the king of Babylon and to the Pharaoh of Egypt in the end times is prophetically foreshadowed prior with Daniel and Joseph. And this is the prophecy of the prophet's portion.